Well, hello to you. A video with Lily? No, it's with a few of my snakes today. But this is Lily, of course, out and about doing all that she absolutely loves to do. And basically you can see a happy, inquisitive snake. Loves coming out, loves doing what she does, is not stressed, has no stress, and is not bothered by me, and I am certainly never bothered by her. I have an amazing relationship with Lily, and I can't say that was there from the start, but it did develop. And it developed by me doing many things with her, cleaning her enclosure with her in it, changing things up for her to see me changing things up for her, just being in her presence. And it's been an amazing relationship, and one I want for a long time to come. But she has the freedom to come out as she chooses, and you will see that this was her coming out, not me getting her out. She comes out all by herself. Lily has always been the same way. She is a confident, happy, relaxed, amazing snake. And that is what a snake really should be in your life. And why I'm going to discuss certain behaviours that I'm dealing with. Of course, you know about Ishi, but there's a couple of others that are getting there and need to know manners, I guess is the word. They must learn manners, and they must develop that trust with you. And so I'm going to now move on to Bryani, who you can see is absolutely not relaxed. And all I have done is opened up her enclosure. She has made a mess, and I want to clean it up. And she is not very impressed with that at all, and very defensive. And I get that from Ishi, but though she comes out being defensive, doesn't necessarily stay in there being defensive. But you can see that Bryani is. Now, I went in, she's made a mess underneath herself in the hammock. I'm not going to put up with that. I gave her plenty of time to chill and relax. So I don't like her being like this. She's 4 years old, and that to me is kind of unacceptable, that she is reacting as she does. Now, you know I'm not a hook person, but I've gone and got the hook, and all I'm going to do is move her head, which is only to trigger her to forget about me, to move on. All I want you to do is move so that I can clean up the mess that is sitting under you. And don't worry about me. I'm not going to worry about you. So move. Just go over the other side and I'll clean up. So, 4 years old and defensive. Very defensive, actually. Would she strike out if I pushed a button? I think so, but I would not do that anyway. So, defensive behaviour, unacceptable in a 4-year-old. Now I'm going to go over onto Jessie. Now this is not defensive at all. This was me opening the glass door and him actually seeing if I had food for him. Jessie at the moment, I can't fill him. He's just wanting to eat. It's summer, it's hot. But I give him some time. And it doesn't take Jessie very long to understand there's no food coming. I'm not going to be fed. So I wait, and I give him time to think about that and to realise, well, bud, you can't stay in that I want to eat look mode at me for too long. And you will see Jesse now just starting to back away, take his time to just, oh yeah, okay, no food, it's just mum. And yeah, I've got nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. Mum doesn't actually physically come in and make me come out or do anything I don't want to do, so I will chill. And that's exactly what you can see Jesse's doing now. Relaxed, doesn't care that I'm there, is not bothered by me at all. Bryani has finally moved over to the other side of the enclosure, and she's just chilling up there. But it was no easy feat getting her to actually just move for me so I could clean up for her. So Jesse, that was not defensive. That was just, have you got any food? And recognise the difference. And he is 4 years old, and he has his manners and he has his trust. And I keep saying trust because it is so vitally important between you and your snake. Now this is just trust. It's mum, she's got that camera, it's in my face. I've had that happen so many times in my life with this particular person, and nothing has ever happened. I don't need to be afraid. I can just chill. I can put my hand in. I can give him, a bit of a pat, boot him on the nose. He doesn't care because he knows. And he knows me very well, and I know him very well. And I have that trust with him. So, Oscar. That's who you're going to see now. He is a little 3-year-old coastal coming out. Food, why I don't know. You can see the bulge in his belly there at the back. He had a feed last night. So, but hungry little boy too. But he's realising, and he realises quite quickly actually, Oscar, I'm not there to feed him. I'm just there to check in on him and say hello and see what he's doing, and no problem with Oscar. 3 years old, knows his manners, knows how to behave, and he knows not to fear. No reason to fear me. I am not doing anything other than, of course, sticking that camera in their face. I can rub him, give him a pat, put my finger in there. Oh yeah, righto. It's just mum doing a thing, and who cares? I'm just checking to make sure that he's got enough water in there, though he could do with a little bit more. But he's a beautiful little boy, and he does have manners. And it started when he was young. You start young teaching them that they need to have manners and behave themselves. They are not the boss. You are not the boss, but they are certainly not the boss and should not be bossing you to where you cannot go into their enclosure and do the things that you actually do need to do with them, and at times we do. So, moving on, I hope at this particular stage, still focusing on the little boy here and just chilling in his water bowl. That's Oscar, loves his water bowl. So he always has a water bowl full of water, not full. I don't want him to drown, but enough for him to soak in. He's my water baby. Not so much a baby, but He's still my only water baby, the only one that loves his water and will lay in it. So now we are going to be moving on back to Lily for a second, just to show you that she's quite chilled down there. But I noticed Mr. Cheeky up here, and this is Car, my Stimson. Now he's only a very young snake. Oh my gosh, maybe a year and a bit old when he arrived, and he's now probably coming up to that 3, so possibly the same age as Oscar, but a very confident little boy he is. Also one that is not defensive when I go into his enclosure. Clean up, change his water, do whatever I like. All Car is forever is curious. He's a sticky nose. He wants to see what's going on and what's happening. Now he's heard me out in that room, and that is why he's come out, because he knows that I'm there pretty much, and he wants to see what is going on. Now he may look like he's in freeze. Oh my goodness, freeze. Does that mean that he's afraid or he's scared? No, he's not actually freezed or frozen. He's just checking things out. He wants to see exactly what is going on. Like I said, he's my little sticky nose, but very well behaved, as are all of my Antaresia, except for, of course, as you know, Ishi, my spotted python. But Car, I've got no complaints with. He's happy to come out, he's happy to explore, and he, just as much as all my other snakes, love to come out, loves to check out the room, and he's so fast and he never stops. He is full on compared to my other snakes. But that is just the way that Car is. So a beautiful little boy he is, a well-mannered little snake as well. And I reiterate, manners. It is so important to teach them that you are nobody to be afraid of. You do not want them being defensive when you open up their door. And you all know Lily isn't. She loves this basket, spends a bit of time there. But guys, I gotta go. Take care. Ciao.